Now that we have Compass installed, we need to create a Compass project in our project folder. If we went back to the Compass homepage, we can use this tool here to create the command that creates our project. So we'll call this project fed, and we'll leave everything else at its defaults. So Compass create fed is what we need. So I'll copy that, and I'll go back to terminal, and I'll go back to the command line, and I'll paste in the command. And now to use our specific version of Compass, we're going to need to type in bundle exec. Remember, whenever we use a gem inside of our project, we're going to run it through bundler. Okay, I'm going to go to the File Explorer, and we now have this folder called fed. It comes with a config.rb, a SAS folder, and a style sheets folder. If we expand these, it comes with some default style sheets and their rendered version in the style sheets folder. Let's look at the config.rb file. RB is the extension for Ruby. So this is the configuration for Compass, and Compass really changes the way that you work with SAS on the command line. Instead of adding all of your requirements to the command line command, you'll end up doing a lot of that here. So for us, our CSS directory is actually called CSS. So let's change this. Our SAS directory is SAS, our image directory is images, and we don't have any JavaScript yet, but I'm going to go ahead and call this JS. I prefer that. And there's some examples of how to set variables here to output our CSS a bit differently. We'll save this. And so if we go back to our folder here, it seems clear to me that this config.rb file should actually be in the base directory of our project. So I'm going to move it out. And even though it comes with these default files, these are not things that we actually need. So what I'm going to do is delete this project folder altogether. And now in order to use Compass to compile our SAS into CSS, we're going to use the command compass watch instead of sasquatch. I just realized how much that sounds like Sasquatch. So let's go to the command line and we'll jump to the window where we've been watching our CSS. And I'm going to shut down the script by typing Control or Command C. And so now we're going to run Compass Watch. But again, we're using bundler, so we're actually going to use bundler exec compass watch. So we get this compass is watching for changes, and we get this error because it's looking for this one file called component / and then the asterisk. Now the reason we could use that before was because we were using SAS globbing. So I'm going to stop watching here. And if we go back to the documentation for SAS globbing, I'll go ahead and search for it, SAS globbing. And we jump to the GitHub page, and we do a search on the page for Compass, we'll see instructions on how to use this with Compass. And so it says, add the following to your Compass configuration. So let's do that. I'll copy this, and I'll go to our File Explorer and open up our config.rb file again. And it says, require any additional Compass plugins here. So let's do that. Require SAS globbing. We'll save that, go back to the command line, and try running bundler exec compass watch again. All right, so we don't get any errors this time.